Hello, colleagues, and welcome to Pop-Up Debate number 14. And all I'm going to focus on in today's video is infusing fun with our own teacher speeches. That's going to be the focus of the video. It'll be very simple. I will give you a couple of clips of students doing a great job, pushing themselves, talking, just engaging with the pop-up debate. And with this content, don't forget pop-up debates. It tricks students into actually thinking about the content at hand, valuing the content at hand, and it doesn't really trick them. It just helps them to do those things, to value this work, because it is good work. The stuff that we ask our students to do, it's great work. The things that we're inviting them to learn, they're really cool, interesting things. I mean, that's why we got into teaching them. So Pop-Up Debate just helps to really facilitate all that. It kind of lubricates the machinery of motivation in the heart of a human being, in the heart of our students. It gets them going. But how do we as teachers kind of stand up, make fun of ourselves, show playfulness with language? Well, it's real simple. We just step on our own 2 feet. We pop up and we contribute to the discussion. We can have fun with what particular students have said. We can just bring up an idea that no one else has brought up. I like to try to I try to demonstrate the life part of PV Legs and just to bring special emotionality to my speeches. So as you're going to see, I'm far from perfect in my speeches. They're clunky. They have long pauses in them. Like, I'm not perfect, but I think that's part of the point too, of you as the teacher standing up once in a while to participate in the pop-up debate, just like you're asking your students to do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at some clips from this Pop-Up Debate, and you'll see a couple from me and a couple from my great students. Enjoy. So we will begin Pop-Up Debate 14, most interesting decolonization effort from the 1900s.
I'm going to have to agree with Lincoln because, with Nigeria, it was both, negotiated independence at the start, and then it kind of, switched to violence because they had to fight over their leader, for the Christians trying to form, the Biafra.
Great work.
The most decolonization effect that was most interesting was Pakistan, but specifically because of the Muslim League. Because with the Muslim League, they created an independent state for Muslims, which all the way down the line is still causing conflicts with India.
I agree with Nick and Quentin that India was the most interesting decolonization effort because they used negotiated independence and only protests, which were the Salt March and the making of their own clothes with the cotton that they grew, which led to a free India from Great Britain.
India was the most interesting because after they got independence from peaceful protesting, the minority Muslim population wanted their own land, which formed Pakistan.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the most interesting decolonization effort was the Algerian War for Independence, and this is because France was so determined to keep them into their group that with the Algerian Liberation Front, it made it harder for them to keep them and easier for Algerians to gain their independence.
Well, I'm going to steal Emily's with my second speech. Sorry, Emily, you were probably about to say this. Kwame Nkrumah, did I get it? Kwame Nkrumah. Yep. Okay. So she was going to go Kwame Nkrumah, Pan-Africanist movement that set to unite an entire continent of the most diverse people on the planet in one beautiful kaleidoscopic rainbow of humanity, dedicated to peace and unity. That's Ghana. That's Kwame Nkrumah, and that is almost as great as a bespectacled man in a loincloth defeating an empire with salt. Sorry, Emily, for stealing everything you were going to say, but you do have to go. He goes last, okay? First of all, bold move. Second of all, he gives an argument no one is given, that they're all important. Third, claims that they're all important because of independence, hashtag America. All right. Fifth, manages to say the words dodo bird and Djibouti within 5 seconds of each other. It can't be beat. This pop-up debate is over. It is over. You just ended it. So, as you can see, it's silly, it's lighthearted, it's fun, it's playful with language. It's showing my students, modeling for them how to give a speech that's memorable, that's enjoyable, that's intelligent and on topic. I mean, in both cases, I'm being on topic. In the first case, I'm on topic what is an event from the decolonization time period that is interesting to you, talking about Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana, and Pan-Africanism. And then in my second one, I'm on topic because I'm basically delighting in the speech that another person has given. I mean, it's not the most on topic, but it was the last speech of the debate that I was giving there, and a student who's typically a bit shy can kind of hold back. He just really put forth a beautiful speech. I don't have a permission slip for this kid, so I can't share what he said, but it was just amazing. And it was, often in the end of a Papa debate, most of the ideas have been said. There's not much new in the last few speeches. That's normal. But what he said was very new, and it wasn't like one of these vague, oh, everyone's correct type of attempts. It was kind of an everyone's correct, but very deep and lots of specific details type of attempt. It was just really cool. So kudos to that young man. He knows who he is. And kudos to you, colleague, because you're trying to do Papa debates in your classroom, and it's, I think, the most transformative set of tools that I've ever used in terms of helping young people to understand that they can speak up for the whole class to hear. They can talk intelligently about topics that have been given to them, that they didn't get to select. That they can do that. They can do that, and it can actually feel good to do that. Really good.